really here to talk about a different problem entirely, which is the solution of company renewals. And I know this is going to be very, very popular. If you look at the last thought bubble down the line, you will see this is a problem. Clients incur late fees because they've got the information to pay ASIC, their annual renewal fee, but guess what? Didn't pay it, they get a late fee, and who's the person who gets the phone call? Hands up who can answer that. The accountant! Well done. Right, so essentially, yes, the accountant department gets a phone call. Why didn't you tell me that I had to renew my entity? Well, of course we did, because we use things like Now Infinity, we use Casway 360. They do all the documentation for you. They're excellent bits of kit, but our solution is not surpassing them. What we do is we lie lightly above those solutions and bring value. So again, clients haven't paid their renewal on time. Alternatively, what you do is you send out the invoice to the client, and then your staff are managing a dashboard of some sort to say, well, when are they coming due? Have they paid it? If they haven't paid it, then quickly call the partner or send out an email, remind them they should pay it again. They misplaced their documentation, they haven't paid. Either way, what we want to do is solve for this problem. And indeed, much more than that, as I'll talk you through it in a minute. This is some feedback from our existing clients. So these are verbatim from our clients around what company renewals is and what value it can add. As you can see, picture partners, they've got clients with dozens of entities, complete pain to manage. Dozens of entities, they're needing to get all those paid, their clients are struggling to pay. If you look at something like Orion Partners, they're generating invoices for their ASIC agent fee, as well as sending out documentation. Thousands of entities. You're sending out invoices and you're trying to get paid for your work and then hoping the client pays ASIC. Company renewals will solve for these issues. If you have read this, and by the way, this information is also on the brochure we've handed you. Does it seem familiar? Nod of heads. Does this seem like something you're dealing with? Yeah. So, let's talk about the solution. What we've built is a system that sits on top of your corporate compliance process, whatever it is. You're using CAS 360, you're using Now Infinity, you're logging into the ASIC dashboard directly, all well and good. You're using MyOb. I'm still trying to talk to MyOb about this one, but I'll get there. But effectively what we do is we gather the information, we bring it into a dashboard for you, and then it's ready for you to manipulate as you need to. Once it's in there, you're sending out the engagement to the client, and to the extent that they agree to that direct debit for all those entities, and they provide payment methods, as you can see in step 2, then we will essentially garner those funds when those companies are coming due. We will pay ASIC, and on top of that, we will also take the funds for your ASIC agent fee and remit those to you. So it's a two-way process. When the company's coming up for renewal, we will send reminders. Now, I know, and some of you are going to say, well, not all our clients are going to sign direct debit agreements. I know that. Because if you look at our solution, which is called ASIC Collect, we're already doing engagements there, we're doing direct debits, but not all clients like direct debits. So, to the extent that we send reminders out to anyone that hasn't yet accepted the direct debit, the reminder will also have a payment link on it. So yes, we're reminding you you've got to pay this. Click this link. They can pay, and we will take those funds. We'll take the ASIC renewal fee, as well as your ASIC agent fee. Your ASIC agent fee goes to you, and the ASIC renewal fee goes to ASIC. So either way, we will solve for this problem. At the end result is ASIC gets paid, the client's happy, they haven't got any late fees, you get paid, everyone's happy. Now, let's look at the system. So what I want to do now is just really show you some of the things, talk you through some of the processes of how it works. One thing I should mention, this system is in beta. We're looking for lots of feedback from our clients. We've built out the bones of it based on the feedback we've already had from our clients. And the things we've learned is this. Lots and lots of firms run the process, which is number one, which is on the renewal date, they send out the paperwork to their client signs, client gets the invoice, they pay, hopefully, and then they pay you, the accountant. However, quite a number of accountants, because of how painful this process is, have brought it in-house. That is, at the start of the financial year, They'll invoice all their clients for their ASIC agent fee, as well as the fee for those corporate entities. They'll bring it all in-house, and then during the year, some poor soul has to sit there working out when those entities are coming due and paying them from the accountant's office. We will also deal with that. So if you happen to be one of those firms and you're type 2, our system will deal with that as well. So, quick run through the system just so you get a sense of it. How is it built? What does it look like? How does it work? Again, if you want more information, please just come to D07 where we can talk about it. Company Renewals essentially is an online dashboard. If you happen to use any of our other solutions, you can see there's Collect and Audit Safe up top. You really just click between our various solutions if you're running our AR system or you're running our prepaid compliance service as well. But you can see on the left there is a menu structure. The menu structure allows you to both see information and you have a process flow. So the data comes in. Let's look at the data. Data comes in. You can filter it in many different ways. The most logical view is this one. It's a director view. What are you going to see? You're going to see your directors, what companies they're directors of, and therefore they are the directors that will need to give you those payment methods and authorities to make the payment automatic. You can have other views as well, of course. We've broken the data potentially into a view which is company views. You can see all of the entities, their ACN, their renewal date, etc. And you can even see sort of cross-ownership structures. The most important one, I think, is view by the director, because that's how you're going to construct your engagement. Before you construct your engagement, what you want to do is set up your structures around what is it that you're going to charge your clients as with regard to your ASIC agent fee. So you can set up as many as you want. Indeed, you can have ones where you've got your client has many entities. You can want to give them a discount. You have your standard subscription, etc., etc. Once you've set that up, you then use those to send out those engagements to your clients. So you click on the director, create an engagement. As you can see, in this case, we've got 6 different entities listed. You can add others, take away. And what the client is going to get is an electronic engagement with a DocuSign type signature, and also the ability to provide payment methods. In your own dashboard, we of course give you lots of information about what's been sent, what's unsent, what's been accepted, etc. There's of course going to be workflows around removing companies when a client calls you and said, hey, I've got a reminder that this company's coming for renewal, but actually I want to close it, so you remove it, etc., etc. And then when they get the engagement, they're able to provide payment methods. Now logically, they can provide bank accounts, credit cards. They'll also be able to save their payment method for future use. Plainly, every entity potentially has a different bank account that needs to be debited. Again, the system deals with that. When the engagement goes out, it'll talk to every one of those entities and ask the client to talk to every one of those entities with regard to the payment authority. Which payment method is critical for this particular entity. We'll capture that, and from then on, whenever the entity is coming up for renewal, we send a reminder to the client, hey, we're about to take these funds from your bank account, please ensure there's funds in there. To the extent that they haven't yet agreed to the direct debit, we will send a reminder with a payment link. Click here to pay ASIC and my fee. Again, the system will be very, very open to how it's meant to run. I did mention it's in beta, and that's a good thing for you. It's a brand new solution. We are here to solve for problems. And you get a chance to get involved. And I'll tell you how. Essentially, we want feedback. This has already been built based on the clients we already have that use our Apsium Collect solution and our Audit Safe. And by the way, every client we've spoken to just loves this. And they've given us a lot of feedback. But we also want you to use the system and come to us and give us feedback. And so essentially what we're offering is, I guess, a discount for that. The normal pricing for the solution will be per company you upload from your data set. So if you upload from CAS360, or we bring in data from Now Infinity, or we bring it in as an upload from your ASIC portal, it's going to end up in our dashboard, and we're going to charge based on how many you have. As you can see, 200 companies or less, $6 per company, up to 500, $5, and from there you can see over 500 is $4 per company. You can, of course, pass that on to the client, your decision what to do with that. But if you sign up to company renewals prior to the end of June, we're going to give $2 off for each one of those tiers. And that is a great outcome for you, but it's a brilliant outcome for us because we want users who give us feedback, tell us what's good, what's bad, how to improve it, what will make it work for you. We have a large development team. These guys are very good at what they do, but we need your feedback. So that is the offer. We have a stand. Please come. Now, all of you who are here should have been given a little brochure. There's a QR code on there. If you click the QR code, you can register and put your name down, which means when we'll reach out to you, send you all the information you need, and from there, you can then sign up for the special. So, help your clients say goodbye to ASIC late payment fees and help yourself from getting phone calls where you get blamed for it.